In preparation for his upcoming interim title fight against Nico Carrillo, I've decided to break down how Nabil Anane knocked out Kulabdam. So let's break it down. Nabil regularly manipulated Kulabdam's right hand. He used this to get outside foot position and just get Kulabdam to react. So Kulabdam puts his right leg up, and against such a rangy fighter, this is not a good thing to do. So Nabil, just right hand down the center, and you see a few more times he'll grab Kulabdam's lead hand, pull it down and take the angle, and then use it to land a jab, as the range allows him to sort of aim it a little more accurately, sort of getting around the open stance issue of the jab. And he also lands an inside leg kick. And you see a few more times Nabil will grab the lead hand, pull it down, like really low down, and then take the angle. And this gets Kulabdam to back up out of range, and it just allows Nabil to sort of just corral Kulabdam to where he wants him. Nabil again grabs the hand but lifts it up. Kulabdam's response is to crunch down low and put his head low. This is very important. So Nabil, right hand to the body. He does this a lot. For such a tall fighter, he attacks the body very well, and he lands a lead left uppercut as well, because Kulabdam is just ducking straight down. Nabil again controls the hand. Kulabdam starts backpedaling. Nabil uses this to take the outside foot and land a right body kick as Kulabdam is leading away, and this gets Kulabdam very close to the ropes. Nabil then throws a right hand, and Kulabdam is able to slip out of the way as Nabil isn't controlling the hand. But Nabil gets a collar tie, uses that to pivot and throw a right kick. However, Kulabdam catches it, and they enter the clinch. And as Nabil is going to try and get bicep control, Kulabdam actually lands a pretty good left hand, but they end up breaking the clinch. Nabil grabs the hand and pulls it down, and as Kulabdam is backpedaling, he goes for the inside low kick to blow out Kulabdam's stance. Now, Kulabdam sort of has Nabil against the ropes. Nabil jumps in, controlling the back of Kulabdam's neck, and lands a knee sort of around the shoulder. The thing I like about Nabil's knees is they come up and around, and he jumps into them. For someone so tall, he really adds that extra height by hopping and jumping into his knees. He then gets, double collar ties and starts landing knees to the face and controlling Kulabdam's posture really, really well, just hanging over him. Kulabdam closes the distance on Nabil, and they get into the clinch. Nabil is going for double collar ties again, but his head's exposed and he's not using his shoulders or his arms, anything to shield his face. Kulabdam is able to land some clubbing left hooks. Nabil obviously starts trying to circle away and get out of the clinch, but the thing is, he's not close enough in the clinch to be safe, and he's not far enough out to be safe, so Kulabdam actually rocks him pretty bad and gets him on really shaky legs. Nabil, however, remains smart. He leans back into the ropes to get out of range of Kulabdam's right hand. He then throws his own right hand as Kulabdam has overcommitted, and lands a nice left hook as Kulabdam comes back up. Nabil then throws a naked right hand, not controlling the hand or anything, to get Kulabdam to slip out of the way, right? And as Kulabdam comes back up, again lands a long left hook, baiting out the head movement to lead him back into the left hook. Just very intelligent striking by Kulabdam. Kulabdam has Nabil against the ropes. They both throw. Kulabdam throws a winging right overhand as a southpaw. Nabil just throws the 1-2 as Kulabdam's hands are down by his waist. He then, as Kulabdam throws the left hand, Nabil gets bicep control and lands a nice right knee to the body. Alright, they clinch. Nabil feels that Kulabdam is about to throw, so he leans back into the ropes out of the way and returns with a nice right elbow using the momentum. He then controls the wrist, lands a nice knee to the face, which I'm pretty sure lands, but not 100%. He then gets double collar ties and lands a solid knee to the body. That elbow and knee hurt Kulabdam very, very badly. As you see, he just starts to shell up and Nabil is able to land a right hand and a left hook, which sends Kulabdam stumbling forward. Nabil then grabs the hand and starts hammering in knees. Then, as they break off, jab, cross to the body, left uppercut, grab the head, knees again, just rinsing and repeating that sequence. Eventually Nabil's able to get him in a corner and starts hammering him with elbows. As having such long elbows, you can keep good distance as well, and you can throw them at just weird ranges that people don't expect. And eventually he starts faking the knee and going to the elbow, something that I talked about in my Shavkat Rachmanov breakdown, where it's actually pretty easy to get your opponent thinking you're going to need and get their hands to completely drop it and just hit him over the head with the elbow. And then Nabil just ends the round almost finishing Kulabdam with the knees. At the beginning of the second round, Nabil gets straight back to work. He grabs the lead hand, pulls it down as Kulabdam moves away, inside low kick. Then pumps out a jab. Kulabdam crunches down and lifts his lead leg. He's stationary and is crunching down, so Nabil hops in with a knee right to the face, lands super clean. He then pumps out the jab. Kulabdam lifts his leg, stays stationary. Nabil lands a right hand. He then enters the clinch. He uses his left forearm to almost frame against Kulabdam's chest, and he uses his right arm to control the neck, and he just starts landing some very strong knees in the clinch. Then, after the break from the clinch, Nabil pumps out a jab. Kulabdam, same response, lifting the leg, crunch down, stay stationary, just not really reacting properly to things. And Nabil is able to land an uppercut and then a long left hook around the guard. Benefit of having such long arms, you can place your shots a lot better and you can reach around. Nabil does a hop step, almost faking the jumping knee, but he's actually coming in with an elbow. Kulabdam gets out of the way. He pivots around. Kulabdam takes the angle, tries to go for a body shot, and then a left hook. Nabil blocks the left hook, just crunching down and using his guard, then leans out of the way of the right hook, leaning back into the ropes, using the momentum as Kulabdam's throwing the left hand, and his hands are by his waist and his chin's wide open. Nabil uses the momentum from the ropes to land just a nice left hook as Kulabdam's coming in. The rocks Kulabdam really badly, and this is kind of the beginning of the end for Kulabdam. Nabil actually lands a nice downward elbow, reaching very far down to land it, but still impressive. He then gets in the clinch and starts hammering with the knees to the face, jumping into them and getting them around the guard. Kulabdam's able to break away from the clinch, but Nabil starts working in his boxing, mixing up the targets very well, going, right hand, then left hook to the body, then right hook to the body. For such a tall, rangy fighter, I'm really impressed with how he attacks the body. Nabil again goes for that jumping downward elbow, except this time he takes the angle as he's throwing it to prevent Kulabdam from slipping out of the way. He lands this right on the temple. Pitch perfect stuff. This then puts Kulabdam into the ropes, and he's essentially being held up by the ropes. This allows Nabil to land just a nice left knee to the face, controlling the head, which drops Kulabdam. Credit to him, he gets up, but Nabil is straight on it. Nabil just swarms on Kulabdam, and I'm really impressed with how Nabil finished this fight. He showed a lot of really intelligent fight IQ, mixing up his strikes excellently. He has Kulabdam hurt really badly, but he doesn't just start spamming knees. He starts, going to the body with punches, switching to the uppercuts, grabbing the hands, going for elbows, going for long punches, timing the uppercuts on the counters. And while I can sit here and break down the specifics, the technique, really what this is a finishing sequence where a young fighter stays incredibly disciplined until he's able to finally get Kulabdam on the ropes and just land a jumping right knee right around that floors Kulabdam for good. This was an extremely impressive performance against a very game opponent in Kulabdam, and Nabil Anane has done nothing but impress fight fans ever since his debut, where he lost in the first round against Superlek down at flyweight. Now, he has been slotted in an interim title fight on short notice against Nico Carrillo. Do I think he wins? No. No, I do not. I think to beat Nico Carrillo, you need to not only have the size, but you need to have the strength, and I think you also need to be able to take a solid punch and just be able to wear damage really well. And I also think you need to have really effective leg kicks to beat Nico Carrillo. Nabil is an incredible fighter, and I love the way he targets the body, and I love his clinch game. I still don't see him as, as durable as he needs to beat a Nico Carrillo. And, he may destroy Nico in the clinch. He may just out-clinch him and knee him into oblivion. But again, Nico is a very, very big featherweight. No, bantamweight. He's a very big bantamweight. And he could very easily fight at featherweight with no issue. So I think Nabil's size advantage isn't going to be as pronounced, and I think Nico, while he may have some difficulty at the start, will eventually power through and get the knockout in either the second or the third round. However, I'm very much excited to see Nabil fight and Nico fight as well. So anyway guys, that was the breakdown. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you.